I'm Jeff Taylor, and I'm here to talk to you about our Lite MRO solution. So I'm going to talk to you about the problem definition and the challenges with maintenance and repair. If you're not familiar with SAP's MRO processing solution, I'm going to walk you through that. And then I'm going to talk about the clean core solution that we're developing to address some key capability gaps, if you will, that optimize and improve the efficiency of repair order processing. Maintenance and repair in SAP, it's a complex process. And I gained a real appreciation for this when I was 17 years old. I was working in a Volkswagen repair shop. But the owner used to repair the Sikorsky transmissions for helicopters. Right? And the Sikorsky transmission has to take an input from two different engines. It has to transfer it to a prop and a tail rotor. Right? And it has to automatically disconnect in the event of an engine failure so you can auto-rotate to the ground. Right? So not just anybody can disassemble and repair these things. George was certified. And so it might surprise you, it might not surprise you, but the inspection and reassembly of one of those transmissions goes through multiple checkpoints and steps. So you have to be certified, right? And if you're doing that kind of sensitive repair, you want to minimize the number of interactions you have to do in terms of documenting that, finding your documentation, dispositioning parts as part of the repair process, and then reassembling and recertifying that, right? So you want the worker focus on that and not having a transaction in the system. Right? The MRO process is up here. It basically starts with induction, right? Where I'm creating a return repair order. Sometimes the equipment just shows up, right? And I need to verify, is it under contract? You know, who's the customer? Is it under warranty repair, right? And once I've identified the work scope, then I'm going to move into a disassembly where I'm going to break the system down and review each part and figure out, does it need to be repaired? If it does, then okay. If it doesn't need to be repaired, then I need to set it aside with that disposition and tag it because it's going to go into inventory, awaiting reassembly at a later step in the process. Right? And then for parts that do need to be repaired, sometimes they're not repairable, so I need to source a replacement. Or based on my total turnaround time, or if it's a rated order for the government, I need to turn it around on a dime. And so I may need to take a component from a rotatable pool or from another repair order in order to meet that total turnaround time and get that particular unit repaired. So this whole process is driven by service orders, right? Beginning with that initial scoping visit. And then I generate follow-on repair orders to track the dispositioning and breakdown, sourcing and replacement components, and then repairing, testing, and moving that unit back into finished goods. Historically, SAP hasn't had a complete solution for this. So there have been gaps, and people identify custom maintenance repair solution to deal with it. But the key things that are missing is I need some kind of structure to manage the overall visit and all those follow-on repair orders to track things, where things are in the process, and to be able to monitor the process with metrics. I need an enhancing the induction process for warranty checks. I need some kind of disassembly and reassembly workbench. And I need to be able to source parts efficiently. Right? So at the top here, I have the overall maintenance repair process. And then I have each gate down here with the different steps that are involved in S/4HANA. For the induction, I just want to enhance the warranty check. For disassembly and reassembly, I need inspection workbenches to manage those activities so I minimize the amount of transactional time I have to do in the system. So what does that look like? For the Workbench Repair app, what we've done is we've taken two new apps that SAP has made available as of March of this year. So this is all net new. And it's driven by customer experience. And so I'm going to take the in-house repair app, manage repair order apps, and I'm going to extend that functionality to allow dispositioning of each one of the components in my bill of materials structure for what's being repaired. And then I'm able to disposition those as a repairable, not repairable, do I need a replacement? The disposition, right? If I've removed a part and it's repairable, right? I want to be able to generate a label and put that in inventory. If I need to replace it, or it's a part that needs to be repaired that wasn't part of my equipment bill of material, my service bill of material for the item, then I need to be able to create a serial number on the fly to assign to that. Now that actually involves multiple transactions, but we want to simplify that. So we have a little app that we developed for assigning serial numbers, and we need this anyway for manufacturing to be able to assign custom serial numbers based on a defined format. And I'm going to show you this to you later. And then for the reassembly, I need to disposition things as serviceable, is it repairable, or is it's not repairable, and therefore I'm going to scrap it, and I need a source of replacement. Have a source of replacement, it was involved with a swap and exchange. So you know what a swap is? So a swap's where I have based on that turnaround time, I'm going to grab a part that's good and usable from another order, right? But I need to replace it. So as part of that swap, I need to automatically generate a replacement part order for that particular unit so it's whole, right? If I'm going to exchange it with an item that's in a rotatable pool, so I have a pool of repaired units waiting there. So a unit comes in, it's broken, I can simply just exchange it, take the item that came back, put it in my rotatable pool after I've repaired it. So I need to generate a repair order for that exchange, right? I take care of my service repair, and now I need to make my rotatable pool whole. So we take care of those follow-on transactions as part of this simply exchange or swap. Right? The other two parts of the solution are being able to efficiently find a replacement part. So we have a workbench that pops up that allows a planner to go and is there replacement material in inventory? Do I need to order it because there's nothing? Or can I swap it or exchange it with something else and be able to take care of this order as quickly as possible? So it has all that functionality built in. And then for total turnaround time, because I've got all those structures of service orders and each one of them has a different start and stop time, and they could be put on hold because I need to go and consult an expert about how to do a repair that I might not have done before. Right? I need a way of being able to manage the structure of the visit and to be able to calculate the actual versus planned and subtract out hold time, if you will, while I'm trying to get an answer to a question. And then once I've got that question answer, I can take my maintenance repair off hold and continue to process it. Right? So we do this automatically in the background, and so we have a way of being able to calculate and report on total turnaround time for the visit. Right? So the accelerator that's built into there is fast serialization. Right? And so we've done this for a number of clients too. It's important for manufacturing to be able to assign a custom serial number format. So we can define up to 999 formats. They can have up to 9 different segments. So I can have a prefix, I can have a suffix, I can have multiple segments, and then I can define the numbering range for the actual serial number that'll get appended or inserted in the middle of this custom serial number format. We can do plan assignments at the plant level, so I can define a serial number profile, assign it a format, and then you see some examples here of serial numbers that have been generated for materials based on the plant. We can also do this at the group level. So I can define a group for KM make parts, right? So any material that's assigned to that group is going to inherit the serial number profile that I assigned to that. And so you can see some examples over here of KM materials that all applied, and the material number formats are all over the gamut. And so what we get is flexibility in material number assignments for our materials, and I can generate custom serial numbers based on your business requirements. And all this gives, so the serial numbers themselves have a unique ID. The material number with that serial number also have a unique ID, so it gives you traceability for compliance requirements. This is our little accelerator for a serial number. So I'm going to go in first, and I'm going to display the serial numbers that are already assigned to a raw material. And when I hit execute, I can see here that I've already got 20 serial numbers generated. They all start with a prefix D1, followed by FAST A&D US, and then the raw material part number, and then there's an index, serial number index, starts with 1, counts down to 20. So this is my starting data set. All right. And the format is driven by Plan 1710, the issuing agency, which can be a cage code, and then the enterprise ID, which could be the type of industry. Is it commercial, is it defense, is it maintenance repair? Right? So now I've run an MRP, I've got a purchase order here for a quantity 5 of this raw material. And when I do the post goods movement, I have to assign it serial numbers. So I'm going to find my purchase order document. I'm going to OK the receipt of quantity 5 into Plan 1710 storage location 171A. And then for serial number assignment, I'm going to just auto-assign serial numbers. So now I'm going to post that material in the inventory. And now I'm going to go back and look at the serial numbers that are assigned for that particular material. And so now you see I have 25 part numbers. So again, it grabbed that G1 prefix followed by FAST ADU and the part number, and then it just incremented the serial number index to generate the part numbers. And that kind of concludes my demo. All right. So the benefits, all right. This is a clean core solution that we're developing for Lite MRO. It's based on the latest customer experience functionality SAP just made available with Release Pack 02 for 2023. Right? So this private cloud, obviously. You get this stuff free for Delaware. It comes with our fast solutions. So it's a standard accelerator developing. So if you select Delaware, you get this for free. You get efficiency gains, productivity. We can see 75% improvement in terms of being able to track and turn service order around because we can process them more efficiently, right? Which leads you to faster time to value for your customers. But for your solution as a whole, it's reduced costs. It's clean. It's not going to get broken by future extensions of S/4HANA. We simply just have to regression test it, and we can take advantage of that new functionality. And if this was a reason why you've been delaying moving from ECC to S/4HANA because you're wanting an MRO solution, well, we have one.